What up guys, my name's Sky, and today I'm going to be walking you through the very first heroic iteration from raid testing for Remnant of Ner'Zhul. Throughout the fight, Ner'Zhul will summon Orbs of Torment 2 at a time. These orbs are going to constantly shoot out shadow damage at random players in your raid, and it's also going to apply a debuff that deals even more damage. Your DPS are going to want to prioritize getting rid of these orbs ASAP. When the Orbs of Torment reach 1 health, they don't die. Instead, players can interact with the orbs to pick them up. This is going to apply a stacking damage and slow debuff on whoever picks up and holds the orb. When you get to the edge of the boss's platform while carrying the orb, you can use your extra action button to throw it off the edge. We assigned our Boomkin, Demon Hunter, and Hunters with the task of fetching these orbs and eating them off of the boss platform. They were pretty good candidates, especially since Boomkins can shapeshift and Hunters can disengage to negate the effects of the slow. Most of the time though, our Dashy boy just took care of these for us. Your off tank is also a great candidate for orbs. The main tank swap mechanic in this encounter is at 100 energy, Ner'Zhul will cast Blight on your tank. This is going to deal physical damage instantly and also apply a 6-second debuff that deals shadow damage. When this debuff expires, he will then cast Suffering on that tank, which will apply the Suffering debuff. Suffering is a blast in a straight line that goes through your tank, causing them to take 500% more damage from the following Suffering. However, this is also going to cause Orbs of Torment to take 300% more damage from all sources. Your tanks are going to want to land and line up every Suffering that they can on Orbs of Torment in order to take advantage of the damage amp. Grasp of Malice is a dodgeable telegraphed ability, so avoid being in it. Whenever you push 25% of the boss's health, he will shatter a piece of his armor, dealing some room-wide shadow damage. More importantly, Shatter is going to cause Ner'Zhul to lower the cooldown of certain of his abilities, such as spawning Orbs of Torment more frequently. Throughout the entire encounter, Ner'Zhul is going to be pulsing room-wide damage with his Aura of Spite. Upon the first shattering of his armor, it's also going to cause him to release a lot of shadow missiles, which are all the swirlies you see on the platform. And even more missiles are going to spawn every single time you push the boss and cause him to shatter. Every once in a while, the boss is going to debuff random players with Malevolence. This debuff is only going to deal damage when it is dispelled or expires. Upon expiration, it's also going to drop a pool of lingering Malevolence, and it'll knock your entire raid away from the player's location whom it expired on. If you ever get Malevolence, make sure you're facing the edge with your front and your back to the center of the platform, as this is going to knock you away from where you're facing, backwards. This means that if you run to the edge to where your raid leader says on a marker and you get dispelled with your back facing the edge, you will likely get knocked off. You're going to want to be careful to not dispel Malevolence while the boss is sending out his tons of swirlies, while Grasp of Malice is going out, or while one of your orb runners is actively running an orb out, because a knockback could easily knock them into one of those swirlies, the Grasp, or your orb runner off the edge. When Malevolence is dispelled, your players are going to want to make sure that you're either in the middle of the platform and centralized, or close enough to whoever's getting dispelled that you're not going to get knocked off the edge. We had players with Malevolence go outwards towards the same raid marker side by side and get mass dispelled by a priest. Although this had us deal with twice the room-wide damage, it meant we only had to get knocked back once as a raid. This made it extremely easy to avoid dispelling during a bad overlap, and also helped us with our uptime, since dispelling them one at a time also forces you to, relocate to safety. You have 21 seconds to deal with these debuffs, so make sure you take the time for your raid to be safe and to not dispel during any bad overlaps. As you get the boss lower and lower, he's going to shatter more pieces of his armor, further increasing the spawn rate for Orbs of Torment and greatly increasing the amount of shadowy missile swirlies you're going to have to dodge. Lusting in the last phase should definitely help you stay ahead of an orb set or two before they start overlapping and overwhelming you. At some point when the boss is low health, you're going to have to decide what's going to kill us first. Are we going to kill the boss first, or are these orbs going to kill us first? We recommend just nuking the boss. Unless, a juicy Suffering happens to line up on those orbs. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit the subscribe button. You can also find links to all our socials in the description below, including our Discord community server. There you can keep an eye on live content updates, streams, giveaways, or even sign up for our own IMTB weekly Mythic Community Raid and show us what you got.